and Koray go to the library. A picture story for kids 5 years and older. Text by Mertin. Pictures by Johanna Wagner. Read for you by Allyson Obermeier. Marie and Koray are the two best friends in the whole world. That's what they think, anyway. They're like two peas in a pod, spending all their time together. Marie and Koray are in the same first grade class, Class 1B, and they even live in the same apartment building, on the same floor. Every afternoon they do their homework together and then play together. Recently, Marie and Koray have started going to Miss Shepherd's house 2 days a week after school. Miss Shepherd makes them a delicious lunch, and Marie and Koray get to play with all her pets. They even get to take the two dogs for a walk all by themselves. So really, could there possibly be two better friends in the whole world than Marie and Koray? This afternoon, Marie came home from school with Koray because her parents have to work late. Luckily, their teacher didn't give them too much homework because Marie and Koray want to go to the library. Koray's mother and his sister Nahir are going too. Nahir wants to go to the reading club at the library. It's a club for kids in 4th grade and up. In the club, they read books for big kids, play really hard games, and do tricky crafts. But now they really have to rush because the reading club starts in 15 minutes. Marie is holding a bag full of books and DVDs that she needs to return to the library. Koray also has a bag packed with books and CDs over his shoulder. Nahir only needs to give a few books back today. As a big 4th grader, she's allowed to go to the library on her own, so she's there a lot. The library is right on her way home from school. Koray's mom also has books to return. Her books are always about love and kissing. Koray is always embarrassed when his mom checks out that romance stuff. The four are finally about to leave when Marie looks in her bag once more and notices the DVD case for Mia and me. Suddenly it occurs to her. Last night she forgot to take the DVD out of the DVD player. Marie's mom had let her watch an extra episode of Mia and Me while she cleaned the kitchen last night, even though it was already past Marie's bedtime. After the episode was over, Marie was supposed to go straight to bed. But after it ended, Marie's mom was still busy in the kitchen, so Marie secretly switched to watching TV instead. She found a show that was really exciting and even a bit scary. After a while, she heard her mom coming out of the kitchen. Quick as a flash, Marie turned off the TV and raced to her bed, totally forgetting to take the Mia and Me DVD out of the player. That's why Marie now has an empty DVD case in her bag. Marie is stumped. She can't return the empty case to the library. She turns to Koray's mom. Miss Okur, I forgot my DVD in the player. The case is empty. Koray's mother notices that Marie is upset, but she thinks of a perfect solution. We have a key to your apartment. I'll unlock the door, and you run in and grab the DVD quick. But hurry! Marie does, and they can all finally head out to the library. As the four arrive at the library, Nahir runs quickly to the meeting room. Luckily, the reading club only started 3 minutes ago. Koray's mom goes with Koray and Marie to the circulation desk to return their books and discs. Irina is working there today. Marie and Koray know Irina very well. She always led the picture book theater program for preschool kids that Marie and Koray attended when they were younger. But Marie and Koray aren't in preschool anymore, and they go to the story time for elementary school kids now. Hi Marie, hi Koray, Irina greets them. What have you brought me today? Koray, like a little gentleman, lets Marie go first. Marie's face goes a bit red as she lays the Mia and Me DVD case on the counter. Irina takes everything and scans them all with the scanner. Great! That was everything you had checked out, Irina tells Marie when she's finished. Then Koray puts his DVDs and CDs on the counter. Irina scans them too. Koray, you still have a couple of Timmy failure books at home. The book you're not supposed to have. Oh, no, we're not supposed to have it, asks Koray's mother. Koray isn't finished reading it yet, though. Could you renew it, please? Koray and Irina look at each other and grin, because they know that's the title of the book you're not supposed to have. And now look what you've done, continues Irina. Excuse me? Asks Koray's mother, shocked. Koray can't help but laugh out loud. Oh, Anna, it's just the name of the book. He pokes his mother playfully, laughing. Your hold on Now Look What You've Done came in, and you can check it out today, Irina tells Koray. Thanks, says Koray, and hops a little with excitement. The Timmy failure books are his favorite. Although they're meant for older kids, he can already read them almost on his own now. His big sister always played school with him, and even taught him the whole alphabet before he even started school. As Koray's mom starts to put her books on the counter, Koray grabs Marie's hand and pulls her away to the children's section. It would be too embarrassing for Marie to see the icky romance books his mom reads. We are going to the kids section, calls Koray to his mom as they walk away. All right, but don't run, and don't be too loud, calls Koray's mom after them. It's very cozy in the children's section. There are comfy, soft seats, small tables and chairs, stuffed animals, and even board games to play with. And of course, millions of books. Or at least, that's how many it seems to Marie and Koray. There are so many. Nahir's reading club lasts an hour. Koray's mom wants to look for new books to check out in peace, and she wants to read the latest magazine issues as well. So Marie and Koray have plenty of time to themselves. Marie and Koray find their friend Nabil in one of the comfy chairs in the children's area. Nabil is one of their classmates in 1B. Nabil's mother is there too, holding her new baby in her arms. Nabil's parents are from Syria. They came to Germany back when Nabil was just a baby in his mom's tummy. Hi, Nabil, what are you doing? Asks Marie. Hi, I'm looking at a book about hospitals. When I grow up, I'm going to be a doctor and make everybody healthy, answers Nabil. I'm going to be a pilot, says Koray. Flying is fun. Last year we flew in an airplane to visit my grandma in Turkey. We were above the clouds. I want to be chancellor, says Marie. Then I'll be in charge and everyone will have to do what I say. Nuh-uh, not me, protests Nabil. Well, I'll only say to do good things, Marie reassures him. Well then, maybe I'll do what you say, says Nabil. Is there a book about being chancellor? Asks Koray. Let's look on the shelves, suggests Nabil. That's where I found my book about doctors and hospitals. The three kids go to the shelves, and Marie reads out loud what it says on the sign. Careers. They look at all the books in the careers section. Baker, painter, salesperson, police officer, electrician, car mechanic, veterinarian, IT administrator. But not one book about being chancellor. There's also no books about being a pilot, says Koray, a little miffed. Look, there's Dora. We can ask her. She can definitely help us, suggests Marie. Dora works at the library. Marie and Koray go to story time with her once a month. That's why they know her really well. Her real name is Dorothea Gellert, but all the kids just call her Dora. Hi, Dora. How are you? We're looking for a book about pilots. Can you help us? Asks Koray. And a book about the Chancellor, adds Marie quickly. Hello, you three, Dora greets them smiling. Of course I can. Come with me. Dora goes to the shelves with the nonfiction books. In no time, Dora pulls out a book about airports. There are pictures of airplanes, and you can even see the pilot in the cockpit. But it's apparently harder to find a book about being chancellor. Dora takes a few books off the shelf, pages through them, and puts them back on the shelf. Marie is a little sad. Aren't there any books about her dream job? But then Dora says, "Aha," but quietly to herself. Then she pulls a big book off the shelf with big pictures of a really big city. "Look, Marie, this is a book about Berlin, our capital city," explains Dora as she pages through the book. When she finds a page with a picture of a really big white house, she tells Marie, "This is the building where the chancellor works. If you looked in the window here, you can see her sitting at her desk." Marie takes the book and holds it right in front of her face. And there she is! The gigantic house has many, many rooms, and on the very top floor you can see a small woman sitting at a desk. Marie wants to work at that very same desk one day. Koray and Marie say thank you to Dora, and then they go with Nabil to one of the small tables to look at their books. After Marie, Koray, and Nabil have finished looking at their books, Nabil makes a suggestion. "Should we play a game?" "Oh yeah, that's a good idea," says Marie. "Which game should we play?" asks Koray. The three kids go to the shelf where all the board games are stacked. It's not millions of them, but there really are a lot. They look at the games. Then Nabil asks, "Should we play memory?" "No, my brain is already full today. I don't have room to remember anything else," answers Marie. "What about Monopoly Junior?" asks Koray. "Oh man, we'd be playing till Christmas," counters Marie. "Well then you suggest something," says Koray, a little annoyed. Marie scans all the games on the shelf once more, and then her gaze lands on just the right thing. "Billy Beaver," she announces. "Yay!" say Nabil and Koray together. They take the box carefully off the shelf and bring it to their table. They lay the three books about their favorite careers to the side, since they want to check them out and take them home later. When the table is clear, they set up the game. Koray puts the pieces of the beaver dam together, on top of which they stack the plastic logs into a pile. They have to be careful with that step so they don't accidentally knock all the logs over right away. Finally, Nabil grabs the little plastic beaver, flips the on switch, and sets it very carefully on top of the log pile. Marie and Koray are a little jealous of Nabil. They would have liked to put the beaver on top themselves. But that's okay. They'll each have a chance during the next rounds of the game. Now the game can begin. Koray is the youngest, so he gets to go first. Marie is a little annoyed because he's only a month younger than her, but fine. Koray picks up the stick that you have to use to push the logs out of the pile. He very cautiously pushes one of the logs, careful to make sure he doesn't knock down the whole pile. At the start of the game it's not so hard, but the more logs that are taken away, the harder it gets. When Koray is finished with his turn, they keep going clockwise. Nabil pushes another log out of the pile with the stick. So far, so good. Then it's Marie's turn. She also accomplishes the task without a problem. Then Koray is up again, then Nabil, then Marie. When 6 logs have been removed, the pile starts to sway dangerously. Soon it's Koray's turn again. He takes the stick, decides on a log to remove, and pushes it very carefully out of the pile. As soon as the log is out, it happens. The pile collapses and all the logs crash down onto the table. The little plastic beaver also falls down and starts to chatter. It's so funny that the 3 kids start laughing out loud. The little beaver keeps chattering and the kids can't stop laughing. The game is so much fun. Suddenly, a woman that they don't know comes up to them. She looks pretty annoyed.
"This is a library. A library is supposed to be quiet," admonishes the woman,
and as she says it, she hardly opens her mouth, and the skin on her face looks very tight. She looks at the children with mean, beady eyes. Marie, Koray, and Nabil immediately stop laughing. Koray manages to find his voice first. "We're sorry," he says quietly. "We were just playing a game."
"A library is for reading,"
scolds the woman, and walks away. "We have to be a little quieter," says Nabil. "I better turn off the beaver," says Marie sadly. Without the beavers chattering, the game isn't half as much fun. As Marie, Koray, and Nabil are putting the game away, Sophie comes into the children's area with her grandma. Nabil knows Sophie from their after-school sports club. They all know Sophie from recess as well. She's in class 1A. Sophie's grandma lives in a different city and is just here for a visit. Sophie needs new picture books and easy readers at home and is really happy that her grandma is able to take her to the library. The four kids say hi, and Sophie's grandma introduces herself. "Hello, darlings. I am Sophie's grandma Gigi. You can call me Gigi too." "Gigi, will you read to me?" asks Sophie.
"Can we listen too?"
asks Nabil.
"Well, of course you can," answers Gigi. "But I forgot my glasses. I can't read small print without them. Why don't you guys pick out a fairy tale? I know almost all of them by heart. My grandma used to read them to me when I was little."
"Okay," says Sophie, and the four kids go to the shelf with the fairy tales. As they're looking through the books, a tall, thin lady comes over to them. She gives them a friendly smile and says a bit dreamily, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And then she starts to giggle quietly, "Hee hee hee hee," and then walks away. Marie, Sophie, Koray, and Nabil look at each other in bewilderment. Some grown-ups are really, really weird. But they only think it to themselves. It's not the kind of thing you say out loud. "Should we choose Snow White?" asks Sophie. "Ew, no, nothing with princes, princesses, and kissing," objects Koray. "What about Little Red Riding Hood?" suggests Marie. That's a story all four kids can agree on. They soon find a book on the shelf with a picture of a little girl with a red hood on the cover. The girl is carrying a basket with a loaf of bread in it. Behind a tree on the edge of the path, the wolf's head pokes out, looking menacingly at Little Red Riding Hood. The children bring the book straight over to Sophie's grandma Gigi. "Aha! Little Red Riding Hood, a nice fairy tale. But isn't it too scary for you all?" asks Gigi. "Oh, come on, Gigi, it's just a made-up story," says Sophie, and rolls her eyes. "All right, then, I'll sit myself down here in this armchair, and you guys can sit around me," says Gigi. Sophie sits at her grandma's side and cuddles up to her. Nabil quickly takes the spot on Gigi's other side and cuddles up too. He'd love to cuddle his own grandma, but he only knows her from Skype. Sophie's grandma doesn't have any more arms to cuddle, so Marie and Koray just sit in front of her on the floor. "Hopefully I can see the words properly without my glasses on," says Gigi. She opens the book and begins to read. Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived near the forest in a little clown. "In a little town," Sophie corrects her grandma. "What?" asks Gigi, narrows her eyes and looks closer at the book. Then she says, "Oh yes, that's it, in a little town." Gigi continues reading. The little girl had a loving grandmother who had gifted her a beautiful red boat with a hood. "A boat?" asks Marie, confused. "Oh no, a coat," Gigi corrects herself and continues reading. The little girl wore the red hood everywhere she went, so everyone called her Little Red Riding Dude. At that, the four children laugh out loud and they call out together, Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, of course, confirms Gigi. Why, oh, why did I forget my glasses? She keeps reading the story. One day her mother said to her, Go, my dear, and see how your grandmother is doing, for I hear she has been very ill. And the mother handed Little Red Riding Hood a basket with a loaf of bread and a fresh rake. Cake! Yell all three kids, laughing. Gigi is laughing too. She shakes her head and continues. The little girl's grandmother lived in the woods, half an hour's walk away from the town. Little Red Riding Hood went on her way along the path, but as soon as she entered the wood, she suddenly came across a gulf. A wolf! Call the kids together and burst into laughter. At that moment, Koray's mother comes into the children's room and says, Hello, Koray and Marie, have you found everything you wanted to check out? We have to get back home. The reading club is over and Nahir is just looking for a book of practice problems for math. We're going to meet up at the checkout desk in a moment. Ah, come on, says Koray. It's so funny right now. Marie would also love to stay, but she wants to check out a new Mia and Me DVD. So Marie says goodbye to Nabil, Sophie, and Gigi and goes to the DVD shelf. Koray wants to grab a few new Nate the Great audiobooks to check out, so he also says goodbye, thanks Gigi for the funny story, and goes to the audiobook shelf. Marie and Koray quickly find what they want and go to the checkout desk. There's a line at the circulation desk. The library is bustling. Marie and Koray wait patiently until it's their turn. Koray's mom and sister are already at the desk and are packing the books they've checked out into their bag. Koray's mother sees Koray and signals to him that she and Nahir will wait over by the coat rack. The line moves quickly, and soon it's Marie and Koray's turn. Dora is working at the circulation desk now. She's happy to see Marie and Koray again. Did you have fun at the library today? She asks. Oh, yeah, answers Koray. Sophie's grandma read Little Red Riding Hood to us, and because she forgot her glasses, she read some of the words wrong. That was so funny, says Marie, as she lays her books and the Mia and Me DVD on the counter to be scanned. And thank you again for helping us to find books about our favorite careers, Marie says to Dora. When I'm a pilot, I'll fly you wherever you want, Koray promises Dora. All right then, we'll fly to the Bahamas, laughs Dora. While Marie packs her things into her bag, Dora scans Koray's books and CDs. Are you two coming to story time next month? Dora asks. I sure hope so, answers Koray. I'll tell my mom tonight that she should sign us up, promises Marie. Once Koray has finished packing his stuff up, they say goodbye to Dora. Then Marie and Koray go to the coat rack where Koray's mother and sister are waiting for them. Nahir is holding a beautiful origami swan in her hand. She folded it in the reading club out of shiny, colorful paper. That's really hard. Can we go to story time next month? Koray asks his mother immediately. Of course, assures Mrs. Okur, and Koray jumps with excitement. As they leave the library, Marie thinks about her new Mia and Me DVD. She hopes she'll be allowed to watch it tonight before bedtime. But this time, Marie will put the disc back into the case right away.